y'all, so here we go, moving right along. Got some bolts outside, or some nuts actually out there drying. I just sprayed them a little bit so they looked a little bit better than what they were, because I'm going to be using them for this. And we're moving on to installing the fuel rail and the injectors, and this, just kind of just doing what we can along the way here. So this is a block-off plate. I've had this for, shoot man, a year or two. And what it does is it blocks off the EGR port there, because mine is deleted now since I have a new chip, and it's no longer needed. So no, I'll wait on the EGR. I'll go ahead and install the injectors right now. So what I've done is I've already painted the fuel rail, and so we'll go ahead and take all that off. So I had all these plugged so paint didn't get inside of there. I did the same with the intake as well. Starting to look like the car again, y'all. It was suggested to me that I run Siemens Deca 80s, which are fuel injectors. They've been around for a really long time. I think they've partnered with Continental, and they make injectors. Well, I found this out. It was suggested by my buddy of mine to run 80s on this current setup. And Siemens don't make 80s no more. I just found that out. They don't make 80-pound injectors anymore, and they don't make 60s. I had placed an order online to order 80s, and it was on their website that they had them, but then I found out that they don't. I tried to look around, couldn't find any, so I went on eBay, and there's a company called, I think it's KMS Racing. Oh, here you go. You guys can see that, KMS Racing on eBay. And what they do is they have these injectors. They're Siemens Deca injectors. And they flow test them and match them, and then pair up whatever they want to sell together, and then put them up for sale for a fraction of the price. I think brand new, I was gonna pay like, $440 or something like that for all these. These were half the price, and they're flow matched and everything. They send you the card or the stats on them and everything, and they got really good reviews on eBay. So I went ahead, pulled the plug, and got them. Okay, good to go. So we should be good to put it on. I'll still have to screw that fuel pressure regulator on, but all right, y'all, so I got the fuel roll on. I just got to put the little locking retaining clips in there, so we'll be good to go there. Can't forget that. But I took the fuel pressure regulator back off because I noticed this O-ring looks kind of suspect. It looks really old. And this might have been the cause of my leak. It's just flat, it's widened out. So yeah, I don't think I have one that size. That might be one that I have to go to O'Reilly's or something to get. We got all the retaining clips in. Now is a harness. All right, good gosh, I think I got it in. All right. I'll put these little clips in. Good to go. All right, so driver's side done. All right. Whew. So I'll go ahead and probably zip tie those down so they don't look so out of place. I think that these were actually zip tied either together or to the fuel rail. I don't really recall, but you can kind of see where the creases are, where they were zip tied before, and kind of how they were ran. So these here were actually wrapped around the injector. I left them on there just in case I was gonna need them, but it doesn't look like I will. But yeah, whoo, happy to get that done, man. Get in the comments, let me know what you guys think. I still gotta tighten the back bolts because I had to loosen them because the injectors wouldn't spin. So once I get them in the orientation I'm going to keep them, then I'll tighten them down so they don't move, and then we'll be good to go. So now we'll figure out what the next task's in, so you guys stay tuned. All right, y'all, I went ahead and worked a little bit. It was just tedious stuff, but I got the front wiring all routed and pretty much plugged in for the most part. Attacking the oil pressure sensor. Everything else, like I said, is kind of routed where it's going to go. I got the coolant temp sensor in. I believe also this is a coolant temp sensor. Idle air control valve. TPS. Now I'm going to plug in this oil temp sensor. Perfect. All right. Yes, sir. Okay. So I was kind of worried I wouldn't remember where everything went, but the good thing is GM used the same kind of wire color codes and combinations and things over the years, so I pretty much have those memorized. This is for the alternator. Not exactly sure what this is for, but I'll figure it out. This is the high pressure switch, air intake temps, AC. I think this is for the cruise control, and then a ground. This is for the canister, the charcoal canister. This is for the fan, or one of them's for the fan. I'll have to figure out the rest, but yeah, I'm happy with it, y'all. Get in the comments, let me know what you guys think about this wiring. I reloomed all of this wiring, so it looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. I wish there was like a more, I guess, better way I could have ran this, but this is how the factory ran it. I would like to hide it, but I guess this will be sitting behind the tensioner and then the alternator, so you won't really be able to see it kind of dead on. So let's go ahead and attack this EGR. You got an EGR block off plate here. So I'm just wiping it down with some mineral spirits to get any contaminants off. A little goes a long way. So this is what the original one was on it with. And what I think I might do, since this applies pressure at the top when you cinch that down versus just that nut. So what I think I might do is use this first. I have to just close it a little bit. The billet piece. There we go. So I'm just putting it down snug right now so the RTV can set. Then I'll come back later and tighten it down. All right, y'all, kind of a slight change of plans. I'm not gonna mess with this side over here and clean it up just because I'm kind of running out of time a little bit. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna put these 2 nuts on here, the throttle body, so we know that's secured. Now we should be good. All right, y'all, so now what we can do is put on this coil. And there's 3 of these nuts here with the star washers. One of them that hold it down. Snug, snug, snug. You can see how this hump here actually sits right over that fuel barrel. I don't know if I should be tightening these down just yet because I didn't know if something went under it. I would assume the throttle hooks up to that one. Yeah, so I think we good. I think it goes like this. And then there's 2 screws that screw in here. And it'll sit like so. So we good. I think we good to tighten this down. There's 1 tight. Two tight. 3 tight. Okay. All right, man, I'm really happy with how this is going. Really happy that I came out here and got this stuff done. This is a lot that I got done. So now things should hopefully be moving fast, and then we can start attacking the suspension here very soon. Yep, very soon. All right, you guys, what to do? It is the next day or 2, somewhere in there, and no time to waste. We are getting after it. It is the day before my wife's birthday. We just got done going to get some lunch. Excuse me, brunch. Took her out to get some brunch. Totally surprised her. Nice little spot on the water. If I could put a picture in here, I will. So she was totally shocked. And this place also has a spa. So decided to pamper her a little bit. So she is there. She deserves it. She's been working so hard. So got her that. And she's there right now. She'll be there for the next hour or 2. And then she said, what are you going to do while I'm doing this? And I was like, I'll just probably work on the car. So here I am working on the car. So big thing today that I wanted to try to get done while she is getting pampered is I wanted to try to get the turbo on. So I had to get some parts for the turbo. These are just some studs here that are needed in order for this turbo to mount on the exhaust manifold. Mount it to here. And then to the front of that head. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on that now. I'll probably put these studs on first off camera, and then once I get everything cleaned up, I gotta clean up this turbo drain line, the gasket material, and then put the new gasket on there, and then I just go to work. So let me do that first, and then once we're ready to mount it up, we'll get to it. Now, I'm covering everything else up just so that way overspray from that stuff doesn't get on everything. right, y'all, what to do? Back at it again, you guys. You can see it's coming along. I've been able to kind of do a lot of small things. I got some bolts outside that are drying right now. These are for my downpipe, so I sprayed those with some flame-proof VHT right there. Now those are going to mount right here. This piece right here. This downpipe for the stock Turbo V6 is like a two-piece downpipe. So you have the pipe itself that runs along here up to here, which looks like that, sitting vertical there. And then you have this piece here that just mounts like so. It's going to use my copper spray, just spray around there. No gasket came off of it, so I'm not going to put one back on it. That being said, what I am going to do is just put a lot of these little things on. So put this on. I'll take you over here. I got all these brackets on and painted and cleaned up here for the cruise control there. Power steering pump. This bracket's been painted. I put that line on. I had to cut it down. It was a lot longer. Cut this down. This is a little protective corrugated sleeve there. So that's all tightened down. I don't have the pulley on yet because I want to put that on last because I still got to put the compressor on, the tensioner, and the alternator on. So I'm just waiting for my compressor. Should be here tomorrow. Again, just a lot of little things, you guys. A lot of little things going in. There's a bracket here that mounts all these relays, and this piece here, and this map sensor as well. That bracket is right here, drying. So that'll be going on as well. Got the bolts and screws over here, drying. So we're making do, you guys. We're making do. We're making it happen. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to put on this coolant pipe as well too. And then I still got to put on a wastegate solenoid as well too, and plug that in, and then hook up my heater hoses and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lot of stuff off camera because I am watching the Mariners Blue Jays game, and game 2, we got game 1 down. So game 2, and we're already up 3-0. Boy, J-Rod hit a 3-run home run, and we are up 3-0 right now. So I want to watch this. I'm just going to have it on as I work. I probably just time-lapse a lot of these videos just because I want to listen to the game as well to you guys. So anyways, we're making it happen. It's coming along. Oh, what am I talking about? I got the turbo on too. Yes, sir. Got the turbo on. So I did get it on. It was actually not too bad. 3 bolts down here. Little oil line here. Had to take the fitting off the old one. Still got to hook up the turbo drain and the gasket down there, and then we in business. Oh, I got a bunch of couplers in as well too for the intercooler, MAF pipe, and all that. So we're making it happen, y'all. We making it happen. Yes, sir. So stay tuned. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this portion of the video with some little clips and snippets of what's to come. You can see that this thing is coming along nicely, and it's looking real good. Everything looking like new again, and I will say that this project has bringing me back a lot of joy into wrenching and working in the garage again. So I know I've been out of it for a little while, but back in it here for the fall and winter until I have to leave again. But man, you guys stay tuned. This project is going to turn out super nice, and I'm super excited for what's to come. So you guys stay tuned for the next video.